Hudson and faculty, staff, students. Mr. Hudson, is that I see over there?
We are back. How are you?
We are back. We're going to make it work. I wish we were in person, but we are virtual, and we're going to see you soon. But I'm so glad that we are here today with you, back from break. We hope you had an awesome, healthy, happy holiday. Happy New Year. And Mr. Hudson, how have you been?
I've been great, waiting to see our students. And though we can't see them face to face today, even though I saw a lot of students yesterday, we will see you online in your classes today as you are learning virtually.
That is very true. We'll be jumping in and out of those classes, saying hi, in hopes that we will see you back very soon. Mr. Hudson, what we got next?
We have the Pledge of Allegiance.
As always, boys and girls, let's see what we got.
Yo prometo lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación ante Dios indivisible con libertad y justicia para todos.
Great job from some of our current third grade DLI students doing an awesome job. The IB word of the month is thinkers. We use critical and creative thinking skills to analyze and take responsible action on complex problems. We exercise initiative in making reasoned, ethical decisions. So that's a lot of big words. We'll talk about it from day to day. But to start off, we use critical and creative thinking skills to analyze. So what we're doing as thinkers this month, we're focusing on really looking at problems and thinking of different ways, looking at situations in different manners, and how do we solve those problems? What are some different ways that we can do it? We don't always have to solve a problem in the same way. Even when you look at your math class, I love in second grade, the math teachers give the students about 4 or 5 strategies, different ways to solve the same problem, and you choose what's best for you and what helps you solve the problem. So that's some of the ways that we will use our critical thinking skills and creative skills to analyze and solve different problems. But we'll talk more about being thinkers as we move on this month.
You're right. And I love the word ethical in there, because we solve our problems the right way too. I think that's important, right? Because you can solve problems in some other ways as well, but we do it responsibly. There's no cheating. We know how to work around it. And I think we have a little bit of a, I don't want to say a challenge, but we have a little bit of a different way of learning this next week, Mr. Hudson. Can you tell us a little bit about how we can maybe use our thinking skills to help us navigate some virtual learning?
So we have virtual expectations that we will use throughout the week as we think about how to be responsible learners and ethical learners and just focused learners, ready to be the best that we can while we're in virtual school for this week. Mr. Bland, would you like to talk about some of those for us?
Yeah, let's hit upon it, because these are really, really important, boys and girls. So as you get started today, the most important thing is that you are on time. There is no excuse to be late to virtual Zoom. We start every day at 8 a.m. for our kindergartners through 5th graders. So wake up early, get your breakfast like you would do on a normal day, get your clothes on with plenty of time to prepare. Don't just roll right out of bed and get on that computer. Now, you want to be in a quiet place too, don't you, Mr. Hudson? Some of us have siblings or other people in our house that are learning. Maybe mom and dad is at home having to work too. So we want to be in a quiet place. Now, we did not send home headphones, so we are welcome to use your own. But if you don't have headphones, that's okay. Go in your room or close the door or find somewhere that's not going to be distracting. Because if it's distracting for you, it very well may be distracting for other people in your class as well. And be prepared. Yes, what does that mean? It means to just come to class ready for learning. Virtual learning is going to be just like in-person learning. Your computer should be charged. Let's leave our cameras on. It's to show respect to our teachers and our friends. Have all your notebooks and writing materials as needed.
And so also presentation. When you wake up in the morning, let's get dressed and get ready just like a school day and have on appropriate clothing, sit up straight, be in that camera view so that you're always ready and learning. Show us that you're being attentive to the learning that's happening. Mute yourself. This
That's
is
my
a
favorite
very
one.
big one. What is it, Bland?
That was my favorite one, but see how I blurted out right there, and I probably should have been muted.
Mute yourself. When your teacher or another student is talking, just stay on mute until you're ready, because a lot of us will be virtually learning, as Mr. Bland said, siblings at home, parents at home, and the background noise is distracting to your peers. So just make sure you have it off until it's your turn to speak. And then when you're finished speaking, mute yourself again. Participation. Be focused, be attentive, be an active participant. And I love it when I come into classrooms and I see students answering questions on Zoom, raising their hands, participating, and just having a good time in learning. Even though it's virtually, we're still learning. So let's see it, let's do it, be focused, be attentive, be an active participant in your learning.
Our last three, chat responsibly. This is a big one. Now, I will tell you, many of our teachers have turned off the chat function, which is a great idea. But for some of our older grades, chatting is a great way to engage in academic dialogue, to talk a little bit with a partner or a peer. So just make sure you're doing it appropriately. We can always read what you write. Your teachers know how to go back and look at it. So just don't get caught writing or saying something that might be inappropriate. Communication is big. When you are on a computer, and we all have new Chromebooks that work, speak clearly, look at your teacher when you're talking, and try and stay on topic, because everybody is going to have to listen to you, right? That's how it works on virtual learning. So stay on topic and get your point out so your teacher can move on. But last but not least, with everything we do, just be respectful. RESPECT, right? Be kind, be considerate, act with grace, give your teacher some empathy and your friends in the class, and it's going to be a great week of virtual learning.
SEL moment, self-management. We're focusing on self-management today. Self-management skills allow individuals to handle daily stresses and control their emotions under difficult situations. Some students may find virtual learning a difficult situation. And so it may be hard at first to handle the stress of it or control your emotions. You may be upset that you're not back at school with your friends and having a regular recess and being at lunch. And we totally understand that, because believe it or not, Mr. Bland and I feel the same way. You know how we come out to the playground and play soccer against you? We don't have that this week. So it's up to you to learn different strategies to talk with your parents about if you're feeling frustrated. We have people here at the school. Ms. Whitaker is available throughout the week. Mr. Rand is available throughout the week to speak to you if you're feeling stressed. And I'll be here, Mr. Bland is here, and we can talk to you about how to handle those emotions. If you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling pressure or just a little emotional, how to take care of that, how to feel better. And we are here for you. So just know, we understand that for some, this may be a difficult situation, especially for those who have never learned virtually before, but also understand we're here for you. This month, we're focusing on a book also called What the Road Said. And let's read a page from What the Road Said. How do I start? I asked. The road smiled and said, you have already started. Well, what happens when I get there? We have just begun, said the road. Do not skip straight to the ending. Enjoy the beginning and the middle too. Mr. Bland, where are we in our journey?
We are right in the middle, Mr. Hudson. And I think this is such a great message, and one that I have to kind of take to heart as well, because I very much want to know what's next, or where are we going, or when are we starting. But right now, we need to know that we are here, we are with each other, we are in a safe place, we feel comfortable, and just enjoy the trip, right? It's called mindfulness. It's called being in the moment. Don't worry about what's ahead. Don't worry about what's to come. Do your best today. Do your best on that computer. Do your best with your family and friends when school gets out and all week long. And don't worry about where we're going or where the end is. Just be mindful about where we are now. I think that's important.
I think that's perfect. And just to give you that confidence, we've seen all of the great things that you can do because we've already started. We've started. We've seen the great things you can do. We know what you can do. So let's continue on that journey. Our favorite part of the day, Mr. Bland.
Are we still doing the joke of the day?
Oh, why not?
All right. You ready, Mr. Hudson?
I'm ready.
I got to tell you, shout out to my daughter, Avery, because this is her favorite joke.
I'm ready.
All right,
All
Mr.
right,
Hudson.
Avery.
What wobbles in the sky?
What wobbles in the sky?
Anybody who's watched Little Peppa Pig may know this answer.
I'm thinking of Frisbee. If you throw it the wrong way, it might wobble, but that's not really funny. So what wobbles in the sky?
A jellycopter.
Oh, that is awesome.
All right.
We'd like to say happy birthday to the following students who have had a birthday since the year began. Annie Ducott, Savannah McNair, Josie Anderson, William Lombard, Catalina Suglia, Yanet Moga, William Holmes, and Zoe Liddell. Happy birthday. We hope you had an awesome birthday, and let's keep celebrating. Remember, you're special, you're great, you're wonderful. Have an awesome day.
Happy birthday. All right, Mr. Hudson, that's it. All right, let's kick off this day. Let's have a great Tuesday of virtual learning. All right, and we'll see everybody here bright and early tomorrow. Mr. Hudson?
Until tomorrow, adios.